Disrespect.
That's insane.
There's something special about your love. I think it's one of a kind.
Good morning, beautiful people. We are headed to Celebration today. We're gonna grab some brunch and whatever is left of the farmer's market. Farmer's market is only, I think, from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. So we're going to probably miss a bit of it, but we're trying to rush out. Yeah, so did my hair. I think it looks good. This is the outfit. This is a dress I picked up from Burlington. I hope you can get the camera. Look at the back. Yes. Dan is looking amazing in his pink outfit. Yes. Yes.
Anyway, let's try and get this kid in his clothes. See you guys in the car.
So a really nice brunch spot in Central Florida, but I don't think there's any in South Florida, but I could be wrong. The name of this place is Maple Street Biscuit Company. They're known for their biscuits, obviously, and the food is really good. Like, they do like natural chicken. My favorite thing about this restaurant is that they have gravy, but they give you a veggie gravy option, which is shiitake mushrooms instead of like the pork-based gravy. So if you are kosher, if you are Adventist, if you are Muslim, that is like a really good thing like to have, because a lot of times when we go places we have to say no gravy, and I feel like we miss out on the experience of, like, you know, biscuit and gravies. But here you don't have that problem. So that was like one of the things that really like intrigued me about that. Yeah, that they just give you an option. So it is called veggie gravy, but it's a shiitake mushroom based gravy. I've never had the other one, obviously, so I can't really compare it. But when you're in the line, a lot of people will order the veggie gravy instead of the pork gravy.
What is it supposed to be? Like sausage gravy?
Sausage, yeah, like a pork sausage. So that's why the shiitake is a good substitute, because it has that like meaty flavor, but and like, you know, like mushrooms have like a meat texture. So I think that's what they're kind of drawing for. All right, guys, so we'll see you in a second. So how is your week going, guys? Like, for me, I feel like Sundays are always that reset, like that you can be like, okay, this is how the week is gonna go, and you have all the hopes that the week is gonna go well, and it can not go well, but you start off the week like, this is how it's gonna be. Monday, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I always like to like write out kind of things that I want to accomplish for that week. So this week is going to be a pretty busy week, because I work Monday and Thursday, and then Dana works. So it's kind of like we're going to be sandwiched in between each other, and then we're off for Friday, and then he goes back to work. So it is going to be a difficult week, but I'm going to try my best to stay organized. Just kind of want to encourage you guys to stay focused. Remember that every week, every Sunday is that reset to like, what am I going to accomplish this week? What am I going to get done? What am I not going to get done? What are priorities and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I am doing today. We wanted to check out the farmer's market, but it is 1:23 right now. Dana went to go and pick up the food. It's probably gonna be slim chance that we're gonna see anything at the farmer's market, because it's supposed to end at 2. And people around here are pretty particular about their times. They say they're gonna close at 8 o'clock. They're gonna close at 2 o'clock. In Celebration, they are going to close at that 3:13 or whatever time it is. So we might be able to just see it. That's the thing. So this is a chai tea latte, iced chai tea latte. It's good, right?
Yeah, it's a bit light, but it's nice. It's like pleasant.
When it's too brown, that's all I'm like, that's not gonna be that good.
Yeah.
So you want to just park up maybe at the lakeside? When you go inside, there's a table. There's like a shelf.
They just have a little shelf.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a Panero bread, or
okay.
Like, and they just put the name on there.
So like the name is on the back. So what I love about Celebration on Sundays, I notice this could be Saturdays as well, but I've only come here on Sundays, is Celebration is like a community. It's like a walking community, a biking community. Like last Sunday I came like around the same time. It was just like, it was picturesque. Like literally people were like jogging, and like it was just so nice.
It's made with that aesthetic in mind.
Yeah, and the people that move here are moving for that aesthetic, you know, especially if you come from up north. It does give you that like Connecticut, upstate New York kind of vibe, right? And people take advantage of that. Like they really do kind of enjoy the weekend. They do that often in this area. They shut areas down for like town events. I love that.
Little town events and stuff.
Very intentional about this community. Okay, so we are going to show you what we got. So we got some smash browns.
What is a smash brown?
It's a hash brown. They're just like made by hand, and they have like look like scallion in it. And I don't know if we've ever had this before. It smells good. The other item, I'm not sure which one is which, but I think this one is the cowboy. So this is the country fried steak with no bacon, and we have a veggie gravy in there. Over easy egg is what we added. This one is the squawking goat, where there should be, there's the goat cheese inside there. And that one is chicken with the extra pepper jelly here.
Alright, so that is the hash browns or smash browns.
Smash browns.
We're about to see what's the hype.
Oh my goodness, it tickles.
Alright, first bite.
Bite number 2.
The pepper jelly is very good, but it's very watery. It's not.
Yeah, that's why they
Very thick.
put it in the containers.
Really good with the pepper jelly. This is a really good hash brown. It's not very crispy.
But if you ever had aloo paratha, which is like a potato, like a roti, where they have like scallion mix, this is literally like some that I used to buy in college, these like frozen ones. But this is like literally the flavor. Scallion, spices.
Yeah, it's seasoned very well.
Seasoned really well. Like I closed my eyes and you didn't tell me this would be aloo paratha. So good. I don't know why they don't maybe put this on a biscuit. Like
Just
stack
like
it.
custom it, yeah.
Pleasantly surprised on that one. I thought it was gonna be like a regular hash brown, but it's not.
Definitely get the smash browns, yeah.
That's the winner. We're gonna do the cowboy first, right?
Okay.
This is one. They're big.
These are
Look at this.
shareable.
I have a small hand, so this is the veggie gravy. The consistency might be a little different than what you guys know, but it's
like
so good.
Thick
It's gonna be messy.
bacon.
You don't need a second bite, or that bite was such a big bite. This
You're gonna need a fork by the time you
I can't.
take 2 bites. So you know how normally like a country fried steak feel like kind of cheap or like almost like beat-up, like overcooked? I'm not getting that vibe from it.
Very good.
And that's why people get the
It's
gravy.
seasoned well.
Even though the gravy is weird. It's like a,
Kind of chunky. It's a little chunkier than I'm used to.
yeah, it's a little chowdery almost.
Yeah, normally a little smoother. Maybe the egg kind of complicates the sandwich a bit.
I think the softness of the biscuit, it just starts to like
Alright.
fall apart.
Yeah, I'm
easy
gonna
though.
have to just separate it. But the biscuit is really nice. I understand why people just come and get the biscuit.
Yeah, you need
How
a
is
fork,
the
though.
size of the?
The portion size is good. I don't know how much it costs, but the portion size is decent. This is shareable. You know, if you're not trying to have like a big heavy breakfast, you know, you and somebody could come and share this.
Let's get into the chicken. This one has less components, I think.
The steak is not very big though.
Right, the portion of the steak, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. The chicken has 2
Proportionate.
pieces. So that's why I was asking you about the size. The biscuit doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
But the actual like steak itself was a little small. Very good.
The
Fun.
cowboy have a little weird kick to it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of spice in it.
And we didn't even put the pepper jelly on there.
Well done.
Yeah, the pepper jelly is good, and I feel like you really should have like a fork. The biscuits are good, but they don't hold up well to being topped with stuff.
Yes.
So it doesn't stay a sandwich for very long.
Because they're soft.
Yeah. Chicken is
Also-
crisp.
Cookie.
Oh yeah. I feel this is a softer biscuit than I even know.
Cookie.
Maybe.
So today I feel like the gravy is a little different consistency than I'm used to, and I feel like the biscuit is softer.
I think I like the steak slightly more than that. There's more flavor in the steak.
Yeah, the steak has
the
a
chicken,
hitter for me.
the chicken
Oh,
I
it's
feel
really
like needs
The pepper,
this. Yeah.
the pepper jelly.
It's good with it on there,
Mhm.
but it needs it on there. Whereas the steak, I'll put it on there.
I would
but
have
I don't
eliminated
need
the
it.
egg probably for the chicken.
Done. Touch the.
Yeah, I could see why.
You know, like
I never really understood the chicken biscuit thing until like I saw like how it's supposed to be done and it's not, from like a fast food place.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you are getting a lot of protein. You're getting enough protein.
Yeah. The cowboy is gonna be a 9.2 for me today.
Okay.
I would go back and order that right now. Literally, like I'd be like, yo, go back. It's gonna close soon. Go back and order that. The squawking goat for me today, I'd give it like a 6.7.
Okay.
And like I said, I added the egg. Maybe if I didn't add the egg,
how it was intended.
yeah, it didn't really need it for me.
The goat cheese, I feel like, is good, but it's not doing anything exceptional for it. The chicken is good, but there's no, like, how much flavor they seem to put into the battered steak.
That's what I'm saying.
Chicken just tastes kind of bland and kind of needs the thing there.
Is the steak batter different?
I don't know. With the pepper, I'll give this, like, it can reach a 7. Without it,
yeah, the batter looks like it is a little different, like a little redder. This is the batter on the steak.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Lisa. It's like 6.5 maybe.
And then this cowboy is what?
The cowboy is up there. Like, I'm gonna take it down to like a 8.9, but it's because the steak portion.
Okay.
Is really,
that is right. Yeah, you're definitely.
Because
right,
you know
that.
when you get a big sandwich, and it's those stacked sandwiches, and like some element can slide to the side.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, you could like eat half of that and done the whole steak and just be stuck with just like biscuit.
Because we're still eating the chicken right now. This is the only piece of steak that's left. But the batter's good.
You have to get the smash browns. The smash browns
the smash browns. Oh, forgot to rate that one. That one, because it brought me back to like a food I used to love to eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 9.4 on that.
I'm gonna be generous.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's a very soft 10.
Ooh.
It's a very soft 10.
Okay.
I'm not mad at Lisa's. I don't
good.
know
The flavors are great.
What could really make it any better. It's not that crispy, but you understand why it's not that crispy. It's seasoned well. It's good with and without the jam. It is the thing that I know that if I'm coming here, I'm gonna get. First thing on the team sheet is gonna be that. So a soft 10, but I understand your rating.
Okay. Chai tea. 8.4.
Say it's a good 7.5 for me.
Because it's like refreshing.
It's refreshing.
It's milky.
It's a little
Sometimes
light.
I don't like when it's too spicy, but it is a light flavor.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd have eliminated from this order?
Maybe just the egg off of the chicken and seeing how they want it to be and see if it's any better. There isn't anything I would have replaced on there. I would have tried these earlier though.
Yeah.
I like, how do you improve this?
Yeah.
You should, but. So what is this name? What is this place name?
The Maple Street Company Biscuit Company.
Biscuit
In celebration.
Company.
I think they're in Tampa as well, you know. I don't know if they're about in South Florida, but I don't know it from South Florida.
Yeah.
You've had it first here.
Very good. Weirdly, I wouldn't say that the thing that they're supposed to be known for is the best thing on their menu. Their biscuits are definitely worth
good.
Making a restaurant around, but it ends up not being the best thing on there.
So you wouldn't just come for a biscuit? Because they sell like 6 biscuits.
Yeah, no, I could come and get 6 biscuits and then like have my own plans for them or whatever. But
okay,
the hash browns, I feel like they could do their whole menu around the hash brown.
I was just saying if you could add it onto another sandwich, you know.
Yeah.
You know how they have like the squawking goat is goat cheese, like but like that.
I think if you just know it's not that like crispy hash brown, it's kind of almost like slightly like potato pancake.
Yeah.
Slightly like that.
Yeah.
There's no way to really improve it. So like the chicken right off rip, I could have said they could have had more flavor.
Use the steak batter.
Yeah.
Use the steak batter in there.
You know, there's a particular set of people who get associated with not using seasoning in their food. The chicken felt like that those people made it. But the steak was like, yeah, that's like Southern cooking that influenced by, you know, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't know, you will know when you eat the food. Yeah, the portion sizes, even though the pricing might seem, I feel like they're big enough to share one. We have kind of eaten between the 2 sandwiches maybe one biscuit together. And
So
I'm good.
would you? So that's where I was going. Is there one sandwich that you're like, yo?
Yeah.
For me, I would have probably just done the steak today.
Yeah. I'll just do one of that, cut it in half, have my forks
Have
on board.
the hash browns.
Probably put my towel over me so I don't mess up everything. Get the hash browns and 2 hash browns and half a sandwich and you're good.
And you could even do like an orange juice and then a chai tea.
And I feel like you've had a good meal.
A good brunch, yeah.
Anyway, we're Terrible Boss signing off on these things. We're gonna go walk around Celebration now. But definitely, if you get the chance to, check out the Maple Street Biscuit Company. Check them out for yourself. Let us know what you think if you get the chance to. Or let us know your biscuit spot to compare it to.
Oh, yeah. If you are in Central Florida and you're like, hands down, there's a better biscuit shop.
Yeah.
Holla at us.
Yo, I'll put you amateurs on.
Right? And like, we never grew up eating biscuits, so our perspective of biscuits might be a little different.
For us is gonna be rough because a lot of it was biscuits and gravy, and then you couldn't.
I couldn't eat that. So
yeah.
like, mommy would maybe buy like maybe once in a while the Pillsbury biscuit, but that's obviously completely different. So let's walk around.
Till the next time the camera is on, we're off. So it is super hot, but this is really kind of what Celebration is about. There are some chairs. You can kind of see somebody sunbathing, and they just have these chairs out here. And these are not for a restaurant or anything like that. You're just lakeside chilling. You can go outside, go to somewhere and not have to be somewhere where you're just gonna spend money. And kind of that's the dichotomy of like how poor and working class people end up spending so much money, is because their communities end up where if they're not going to go play basketball, they don't have nowhere they can just sit and relax. It's okay, if you want to go do this, we're gonna go to a restaurant, or we're gonna go somewhere out where we're going to have to go and pay and spend money to go
Literally
and enjoy the same exact view.
Park up, come out here, and not spend. You could bring your own food. Like, there's a Publix not too far from here if you want to just get a Publix stuff. And just make like a picnic.
No, right behind us is the like restaurants and stuff, so you can come and eat and have all of those experiences. But what I'm saying is, there's a splash pad. There's all of these things that you can just come and enjoy and be part of the community without the obligation to it. So that is where the allure and the whole like draw to somewhere like this is. Come, you want something to drink? Come sit down with daddy. You hear the doggy?
Dog, yeah. Where's the dog?
Yo, it is hot though, boy. Yo, for all of the aesthetic that they try to make here look like upstate and like that north, yo, we're in the shade right now. You know when them sing that song about 96 degrees in the shade? Yeah, no, it is hot. Like they are good about having a lot of trees and coverage, but
name 3 songs with hot in it. Alright, we're gonna play a game and enjoy the outside.
it's hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. We're here. We were gonna head home, but we ended up heading to St. Cloud. People are always hyping the area and kind of like, oh, the development that's going on there. So we got to see some new construction homes. It's still, you know, it's gonna take a little bit of development, but it is like nicer communities. But when you drive out of the communities, they're kind of like these old kind of like country kind of like roads. That they do have the road and the sidewalk, but there's no lights on them, so it's like after sunset you're gonna be in your house. Like, you know, I don't really like that type of vibe. So St. Cloud is again still kind of eliminated from my mind as a possible area to live in, but we ended up going, heading back home right now, and passing downtown Kissimmee, we saw this like food truck selling fresh coconut. So Dan went outside to go buy me some coconut, and I'm really excited about that because I was like, yo, it's hot outside, some coconut with some jelly. And then this place called Al's Pizza, real New York style pizza, they have patties. They're expensive because one Jamaican beef patty is $2.98, and then with cheese is $3.72. But it's interesting that they have it. And they have like pizza by the slice, pizza by the pie. So it's something that we pass literally all the time going to work, but you never pay attention to it. Okay.
Is a Trini brother?
Oh,
We'll
it's
play
Trini?
some Chinese, some Spanish music and thing, but it's a Trini brother.
So like in Central Florida, we find a lot of Guyanese. And I never grew up really knowing that many Guyanese. But up here they have a lot of like Indian, Indo, Guyanese. But I haven't really encountered that many Trinidadians, so it was cool to see a Trinidadian here. So yeah, Dan loves coconut water, but like cold coconut water, like from coconut, is like like I love. I want Kellan to drink it, but I know he's not going to.
This is where you get into the idea of like intelligent design. You know what I mean? Like this is something.
It's so cold and good, like because like this is electrolytes.
Cup for something like this, and just when I was little too, I used to hate coconut water.
I know, right? Exactly. Yo, this thing heavy. You know how much water in here? Yo, with the Jamaican flag on it.
So
hey!
So $5 coconut, when you really think about it, yeah, I'm a charge, but it's worth it. In America, it's hard as hell to get these things, yo.
It's a lot of water in here.
Yeah. You actually never spill that much, eh?
I know if I empty a coconut.
I don't know if you're gonna fit. That's in there.
Hold it up.
Oh, you're lucky you drink out, you know.
Hey, yo.
You
and
just get lucky.
I drank a lot. A lot.
Glass.
Tell you, a lot. But the best part is the jelly. You don't want this one chopped? Chop them both.
Oh.
You chop them both. I want my jelly. Chop them both.
So I can't cut it at the yard?
No, you don't know for cut.
I don't know for cut a coconut.
Ice cream.
Who don't know for
Disrespect.
cut? That's insane, bro.
Okay, so this is the jelly.
Innovation.
So mine is my water was really sweet. I should try your water. So Dan's water, this is a more immature. Mine is a more mature. This one I can't eat too much of it because it's gonna give me
What, the sugar? I feel
No,
like it was sugar.
like
Or it's a gear
mature
runs.
coconut will give you is it like a laxative?
Oh.
But his jelly is like a jelly. It's much softer. You see, mine is firm as I was waiting on him. This I can shred and make rice and peas and thing with it. You can still eat. I want this jelly in there. Yeah, this jelly is good.
Yeah, this firm up. We're going to put him information from the card up right about now. Call the number. Him always have coconut. He will tell you where he is. And
This
to
day
think,
was such like a sporadic, like we woke up
me
late,
and Lisa.
and I was just like, yo, let's do something today. And that's what I feel like Central Florida kind of, there was no, like, you go out in South Florida,
It was
and you're
not
like,
super
too
pre-planting.
hype, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's a bang of music playing, you're like, yeah, like that's the vibe you want, that's the vibe. But there's like, sometimes there's like no in between, and it's like, it never turned out that way.
The other thing about today, we took our kid to a splash pad, very small splash pad, but splash pad. Sit down by a lake and just chill a little bit. At some like brunch.
Curve ahead. Yeah, that's all we really spent money on.
And get 2 coconut. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you really think about it, we got 2 different meals or sandwiches because, we wanted to try some stuff, right? But you could have spent maybe $16 to get the smash browns and 1 sandwich.
Yeah.
And then ended off with a
drink,
with the coconut,
yeah.
With a coconut. I think
altogether
we've spent less than $40.
$40, $42 if that.
We could have been south of $40 right now and done, chilled by a lake, had a brunch. You know, if you had your own bottle of wine or something, you could have had that. It don't always have to be a bag of money spending, and I think that was one of the things that I was saying to Lisa.
In 1 mile, turn
Why
left onto
certain
South Oakland
places
Boulevard.
that have certain infrastructure, they don't understand when people say like, oh, they spend the whole check doing stuff, is because like you don't know when you have good infrastructure how hard it is, or like the simple things that you're not spending money to do. You live in Celebration and you walk over to the tavern area, sit down, eat an ice cream and chill by the lake. You've had a relaxing day that can recharge your brain to have new thoughts, to come up with the next $1 million idea, or to recharge, to go to school and get that better job and all of that, or you know, just to have a better mindset to be open to opportunities. Whereas you can have no infrastructure around you, and yet every time that you get bored or you're hungry or something happens, you have to think, I'm going to spend a bag of money. Like I'm about to drive somewhere that is fun. I have to spend money to have a certain level of fun.
Yeah.
I have to go park and pay to park.
Oh my god, that's
I
another
have
thing.
to,
Like one
all
of my
of that.
favorite things to do when we were down south was go to the beach, right? Yo, there's very few places in Fort Lauderdale Beach or Dania Beach where you're not paying for parking. And by the time you go on the boardwalk at Hollywood Beach, you're spending a good $20 for a little
and
bit of
time
ice
is
cream
money
and-
too. So like also the travel to that place, if it take you 20 to 40 minutes to get to that place, round trip is 80 minutes. You could have sit down and watch a whole movie in that time frame that you spent just coming and going to that place. A neighborhood's infrastructure, like, and when I say a neighborhood, like I mean like a community, you know, that place closes down a street every Sunday and have a farmer's market.
Farmers market, yeah.
You know, like those are the things that are like,
Winter Park as well. They do it every Saturday.
not everywhere has this.
Which is also why we're highlighting this, is because
Yeah.
like people think the reality of Central Florida is just Disney, and it's not. Like we do other things besides Disney. And if you're coming to visit, you know, don't think you need to do 5 days a park. You don't. If you want to pick 2 of the 4 parks or whatever.
If you've
and then
never
split
been,
the
I'm not
other
gonna
time.
blame you. Like, you know, like I know people are
But
gonna
if you
do
come
that,
often
but
enough and you're like, oh, I'm traveling from Alabama or something
Yeah.
like that, or I come from New York and we're like annual pass holders, and you're like, yo, the parks are packed right now. So like today was a great day. Today was an unplanned, let's do something, and like doing that stuff with you is like priceless.
You will always be my inspiration.